Some songs just work. You sing the opening lyrics and the whole place just wakes up. Heads start bobbing, feet start tapping, even the bar staff start singing along sometimes. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Finbar and I'm a full-time gigging musician based in Edinburgh, and I've been gigging 7 nights a week in packed bars, wild touristy spots and completely dead pub corners and everything in between for as long as I can remember. And now I coach musicians from all over the world, helping them build set lists that get real crowd reactions and get them rebooked. In today's video, I'm going to share 10 must-have songs for any pub or bar gig that is guaranteed to get any crowd on your side. Now this list isn't theory. These are songs that I've personally road tested in thousands of gigs. They're songs that I've seen time and time again to get people singing, shouting, clapping, dancing and dropping tips. So stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how I play all of these songs in the most simplistic way possible. By the way, I'm going to share the tabs that I use for each song in the description, so if you want to try to play along with me, the links will be below this video. So let's get straight into it. This first song is an ultimate late night anthem. As soon as people hear the opening lyrics, it's game on. It doesn't matter whether it's a touristy venue or a local bar, this song just goes off every time. And it is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. So the original key of Mr. Brightside is in C sharp major. The best way to play that would be chuck the capo on the first fret, start on an open C chord, and then run down to a C with a B bass note, and then F. Now this is too high for me. Just a quick demonstration. You're going to be starting like, coming down the cage and I'm doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Now that is too high, especially later in the song when it gets to the chorus. It's just the price I pay, destiny is calling me. If you have watched some of my other videos, you'll know at this point that I always change the key of every song that I play, and I recommend you do the same. So for Mr. Brightside, I find the open G works very, very well. So if you open the link below this video for Mr. Brightside, it's going to tell you to put the capo on the first fret and start in C, and that is to play with the original. So if you want to play along with me in G, you're going to open that link, then you're going to go to transpose, and you're going to click transpose -5 so that it starts on G, and that's the key that we're going to play it in today. So starting on G, then you're going to go from a G to a G with an F sharp bass, and then you can go to C, or you can go to C add 9. I prefer C add 9 for many songs actually. For this song it works really well. There's also an E minor in this song. I prefer to play an E minor 7, so I'm kind of keeping the 4th and 5th fingers on for the whole song. So for the G, then a C add 9, then there's an E minor 7. I'm still keeping those 4th and 5th fingers on the whole way, and then for the D as well, I'm actually still keeping that baby finger on. So here we go. Coming out of the cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss, I did it and I'm like this. It's only a kiss, it's only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep. She's calling a cab while he's having a smoke. She's taking a drag, now they're going to bed. My stomach is sick, it's all on my head, and she's touching his chest. And now he takes off her dress, and now let me go. 'Cause I just can't look, it's killing me, taking control. Jealousy, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullaby, choking on your alibi. But it's just the price I pay, destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eye, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. So this one is actually very simple when you play it with the like that G C add 9 shape the whole way through. Just such a powerful song, always works to get people on your side. Alright, let's jump to song number 2. Now this song is a bit lighter, a bit more of an emotional song. The chorus gets big, and even if people don't know all the lyrics to this song, they always join in. So it works very well in a busy venue or in a quieter room as well as background music. So it is Yellow by Coldplay. So for Yellow, the original key is in B major. There's a few ways to play that. One could be capo on the 2nd fret starting on an A, Or you could do capo on the 4th fret, starting on a G. Same chord, still a B. So the tab that I'm going to share below this video, that says to start on a G on the 4th fret. So that would sound like this. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. So that song is way too high for me in the original key. But because we got a capo on the 4th fret, very simple solution, we're just going to drop the capo. For this song, I actually get rid of the capo entirely and just start on open G. Now it's much more manageable for my voice. Chords are nice and simple for this song. If you look at the tab that I've shared, it'll show you a D, a G, a D, and a C major 7. Now I prefer to play C add 9, but that's just personal preference. You can play whichever one you want. And then there's an E minor. Again, I like the E minor 7. So let's start on that G. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. And it was all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do. And it was called Yellow. So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all yellow. Now, when you get to the G here, it's nice to switch to, it's still a G, but you're swapping your fingers around, so you're keeping the index finger free. So instead of starting the G with your index finger and your middle finger, you're starting it with the middle finger and the ring finger, and then you're putting the baby finger down here. And the reason for that is to keep the first finger free, that you can go on and off the B string on the 1st fret. So that's to kind of mimic the original in the lead up or the lead into the chorus. So when we switch to this G, we're going to go like this. So if you listen to that original track of Yellow, you'll hear that, I think it's on the lead guitar, on the lead into that chorus. So let me just do that the whole way through. And it was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn an eye to something beautiful. And you know I love you so. You know I love you so. Now, if this key is too high for you, sometimes it's too high for me if I've been singing like a lot that week, or if I've had 2 gigs in the one day, which can happen sometimes, and I'm struggling a little bit, I always have a backup plan. So for me, I drop it from G all the way down to, what is it, E. So the way to do that is chuck the capo on the 4th fret, start on a C chord. So if you're on that tab that I've shared, if you go to the transpose button, click +5, it'll now start on a C chord. But with the capo on the 4th, you're in the key of E. And now the song is going to be a nice bit lower. So the chords are now going to be C, G, F. I like to play F major 7. You'll notice a theme here with many of my songs. I like to play little variations of the chords. Usually it's the easiest way to play them that I like. So we're going to start on that C. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. Everything you do, and it was all yellow. If you want to mimic that little trick on the G that we did on the first version, when you go on and off the index finger, if you want to mimic that with a C shape, then on the C, I'm going to keep the baby finger free, chuck it on and off the D string on the 3rd fret. So you still get that same effect. So that's 2 options for this song. If the G is too high, then chuck it down to maybe an E with a capo on the 4th. All right, next song is just such a banger. So the first verse of this song always grabs attention like immediately, But when the middle section hits, people are just on their feet. So it's a perfect blend of bit of groove, bit of energy, and it is Proud Mary. Now, obviously there are two versions of this. It was originally by CCR, and then Tina Turner made it kind of famous again. So for me, I actually like to play a mixture of both versions. So the original key of Proud Mary, the Creedence Clearwater Revival version, is in D. So it'd be like, left a good job in a city. This key doesn't really suit me, so I like to play this in A. So if you're going to play it in A along with me right now, open the link that I've posted below the video, and you're going to transpose -5. If you transpose -5, it's going to start on the A for the start of the verse. Now, of course, we have the chords that kind of lead into each verse. They are G, E, G, E, G, E, D, C, C, D, and then into the A. So the intro is going to go like this. Then into the A. I very often start this song very slow. Like, I really build it up, and it tends to really work with crowds. So I'll start off like this. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. Never lost one bit of sleeping, worry about the way things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning. Now you got an F sharp minor in there, a bit of an annoying bar chord. Proud Mary, keep on burning to D. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. I have never ever sang those lyrics like that and not had people react in some way. Everybody just seems to love it. So then what I'll do is I'll play a verse and a chorus, and then I'll, at the end of one chorus like that, I'll slow it right down. I'll go, rolling in the river. And then we go into Tina Turner version. I lived a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. You get the idea, it works every time. Now, by the way, if you are looking to get out there gigging or you're working towards that, then I've put together a solo gig confidence checklist. So what I have in there is I have a full list of about 30 more songs that are crowd pleasers that you should definitely have in your set list. Also have a crowd interaction document in there, it gives you some one-liners and things you can use on stage to build rapport with any audience, and also have an email template that you can send to venues if you're trying to get your foot in the door, get some gigs. So if you want to grab that guide, it's free. The link is below this video. All right, song number 4 on the list is a bit cheesy, okay? I know, but that's why it works. Every generation seems to know it. It's a great way to bring like a disconnected room together in big group chants. So it is Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. So the original key of Don't Stop Believin' is in E major. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Too high for me. So I like to bring it up to G. Again, if you want to do that with the tab that I've shared below this video, open it and transpose +3. +3, it'll start on G, and now we're going to have nice simple chords again. So there's going to be a G, a D, an E minor, or E minor 7 if you want, and then C. Again, I like to play C add 9, and there's also B minor in there. So we're gonna go like this. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit, till the midnight train going anywhere. So pretty much continues like that. I think there's like 1 or 2 verses at least before you actually get to the chorus. So I'm just going to fast forward to the chorus. Basically the same chords and strumming. For the strumming, what I'm doing is pretty much doing down strumming. Down, 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 down. So when we get to that chorus, we're gonna go, don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling, streetlights, people. Again, this one is similar to, was it Yellow? Where if you want to bring it down, this is what I do all the time. If you want to bring a song down that's too high in G, you want to bring it down to a lower key, then E or F is a nice alternative. So bring it down to capo on the 4th fret, start on a C, continue to transpose the tab until the first chord is a C, and then we can start here. So we're going to go C, G, A minor, F or F major 7. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Okay, again, very simple. I always try to base every song that I play around simple, easy to play chords. It just makes your life easier when you're on stage. Alright, song number 5 is a bit of a wild card in an acoustic set, and it's something that I've just kind of started playing in the last year or two, but it's one of my favorites now, because trust me, it smashes every time, especially when people don't really expect it. It's instantly recognizable, especially in the chorus. It's one of those ones that gets people dancing, if that's what you're going for. And it is Gimme, Gimme, Gimme by ABBA. So the original key of Gimme, Gimme, Gimme is D minor. This happens to be where I play it. Now I'm singing a full octave lower than ABBA sing it. So starting on the 5th fret on an A minor. So when I give you the tab, transpose it so that you're starting on an A minor. So the intro is going A minor to C to E minor and back to A minor. So you can just do down strumming for this one, it works quite well. And then we're going to go to D minor for the start of the verse. So we're going to go 10:30 and I'm watching the late show at my flat all alone. I hate to spend the evening on my own. Autumn winds blowing outside the window as I look around the room. Makes me so depressed to see the gloom. Now we're going to get to the bit where people go, oh, that's that song, and they start singing along. Works for me every time. So when we get to the next bit, we're going to go to F, but I like to play F major 7. So we're going to go, there's not a soul out there, no one to hear my prayer. Gimme, 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 man after midnight, won't somebody help me chase these shadows away? Gimme, 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 man after midnight, take me through the darkness to the break of the day. And then back into that intro again. So fun to play this one. Alright, song number 6 is a brilliant one. It's got a simple structure, kind of a hypnotic rhythm. Everybody joins in the chorus, and this song actually starts with the chorus, which means people recognize it straight away. And it is Jolene. Now Jolene starts C sharp minor is the original key. This is a C sharp minor bar chord. Can be also played with a capo on the 4th fret and an A minor. So that key is actually often where I play it, but I'm singing in a full octave lower than Dolly Parton. So the way she sings it is like Jolene, 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 Jolene. Right? We're not going to be singing it like that. If you're a guy, you're not going to be singing it like that. For any of you women out there watching this video, maybe this will work for you in that key or in that octave. For me, I can bring it a full octave lower than that and it can still suit my voice. So the chords here, we got A minor, C, G, and A minor. So we just got 3 chords, which is so simple. Like, this is the beauty of playing solo acoustic cover gigs. Like, you really don't have to be playing very complicated songs or riffs or anything. You just need popular songs that people recognize. People resonate with lyrics that they recognize. They don't really care what you're doing guitar-wise. And I've just learned that from experience, because I was never the greatest guitarist in the world. When I was younger, I thought I would be, you know, a soloist and playing riffs and that. I was never really good enough. But I realized very quickly that to be able to gig, I didn't have to do that. I just needed good songs and, you know, decent rhythm. If you want to gig solo acoustic, it really is a pretty simple formula. All you need is consistency, bit of direction, build up your set list song by song, and make sure that they're songs that, you know, appeal to the widest variety of people and demographics. And don't focus on, you know, songs that you enjoy, that songs that you think sound good, because it just won't resonate with an audience. You learn this the hard way. I know I definitely did. So now I make sure that, you know, every song that I'm playing is pretty recognizable, and you'll never go too far wrong. So starting on the A minor, we're going to go like this. Strumming, going to go down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Now, singing it in this key might actually be too low for some of you guys out there. So if it is, and you want to make the key higher, you've obviously got some options here. What you could do, in theory, is you could raise the capo a few frets, right? Like, let's say up to here, for example, raise it up 3 frets. But it's never great to be playing any song with the capo like above the 5th fret, because the strings just kind of lose their sound. So if you put it up to here though, capo on the 7th fret with an A minor chord, that puts you in the key of E minor. So now we can just go, all right, we'll play E minor open with no capo. So if you want to play it in this key, which is a bit higher, open the tab that I have shared below this video, transpose -5, so the first chord is an E minor. This will be a bit higher if you want to project the voice more, if you have a higher range than I've been singing it so far. So now it's going to be E minor, G, D, and E minor. So 3 chords again. We're going to go Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, flaming like South Auburn hair with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Right, you get the idea. Now, I get this question actually sometimes inside my Pro Gig Academy community. Some people say to me sometimes, what do you do if you're singing a song originally sung by a female? Do you change the lyrics, you know, to make it like make more sense as a man? And my answer to that is no, I never change the words, you know, to suit like if a male was singing the song. And the reason for that is pretty simple. It's because people in pubs and bars, if they're having a few drinks, they want to sing along with lyrics that they know. And you might think, oh, is it weird as a guy to be singing a song originally sung by a female artist? Absolutely not. Like, I find that audiences usually really enjoy that. They like hearing something different, you know? So if you're singing a song sung by Dolly Parton or Adele or, I don't know, Cher or Tina Turner, that tends to go down very well in pubs and bars where people just want to have a good time. They want to hear something different. They want to be entertained. So the likes of this, always a great option. All right, song number 7 is emotional, nostalgic, and there's a massive payoff in the chorus of this song. It's just one of those songs where people close their eyes and they scream the lyrics. Definitely a late night favorite, and it is Iris by Goo Goo Dolls. Now the original key of Iris is up on, I think it's like D. So you'd be playing C on the 2nd fret. It's kind of like, well, I give up forever to touch you, and I know that you feel me somehow. Now you might think, oh, that sounds good, you know, that sounds good for my voice. But the only issue is that this song has a full octave jump. So in the chorus, it jumps a full octave. So when we're down here, give up forever to touch you, in the verse, in the chorus, it goes, and I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. That's just way too high for me. I cannot reach those notes. So for me, I gotta bring the key way down. Normally I play it around the key of A. So that'll be capo on the 2nd, still capo on the 2nd, but now we're starting on a G instead of a C. So if you want to play along, open the tab that I've shared below this video. It will start on a D chord. You want to transpose +5, so you start on a G. chuck the capo on the 2nd fret, and this will bring it into the key of A. So this is where it works for me. Might not work for you here, but all I can do is show you kind of what works for me and tell you to maybe chuck the capo up a fret or 2 or get rid of it if it's too high. The chords are nice and simple when you're playing it with these shapes. So you're going to go G, A minor, C, and then E minor, D, C. So we're going to go like this. Now, because of that octave jump, we've got to sing it quite low in the verse so that we can reach it in the chorus. So it might sound a bit low to you at the start. And I give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't want to go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your light. Sooner or later it's over, I just don't want to miss you tonight. Here we go, full octave higher. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. But now this makes it be broken, I just want you to know I am. I was actually playing a gig last night where I was very much background noise. People weren't really listening. They were having like some food and quiet drinks. And I played this song mid-set and suddenly everybody kind of started singing along. This song just really has some kind of a special impact on an audience. It's just really powerful. It's a beautiful song. I guess that's what it is. And it's very recognizable. So if you're kind of struggling mid-set, trying to grab attention, the upbeat stuff hasn't really been working, which can happen, chuck in Iris and see what happens. All right, time for song number 8. This is a big one, high energy. The trick for this one is to let the audience do the hard work for you, especially in the chorus. Crowds always love going for the high notes in this song, so it's great for later in the gig, maybe the second half of the night. And this is Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Now, the original key of Living on a Prayer is in E minor. Now, it's very high though, that's the problem. So, Tommy used to work on the docks, you just gonna strike us down on us like it's so. Again, this is one of those songs that if you have tried to play this before in this key, you've probably given up and you've said, I can't sing that, I can't sing like Bon Jovi, so let's scrap it and let's move on to something else. But the trick is always to use a capo, change the chords around, see what works. For 90% of songs, there's going to be a key where it does suit your range. When you're solo acoustic, there's no rules. Like if you're in a band and you've got a lead guitarist and a bass player and stuff, you kind of have to sing songs closer to the original, because otherwise guitar solos and stuff, they don't really sound as good. But when you're solo acoustic, just you and a guitar, you can do whatever you want. Like you can change the keys, you can change the chords. As long as you're singing the songs, singing the lyrics, it doesn't matter. So for Living on a Prayer, too high in that key. For me, what I actually like to do is, so let me talk you through the process here, what I normally do in my head, right? So, Tommy used to work on the docks, right? Way too high. If we go a full octave lower, we're gonna go, Tommy used to work on the docks, Union's gonna strike, he's down on his luck, it's so. That's too low now. So we can add a capo. So if we add a capo up to maybe the 3rd fret, still on the lower octave, but now it's going to be much more, in between the too high and the too low range. So chuck the capo on the 3rd, and just for trial and error, basically, this is usually where I play it. So, Tommy used to work on the docks, Union's gonna strike, he's down on his luck, it's so tough. Now it might sound like that's still too low for my voice, but I've got to sing it low at the start because the chorus gets a bit higher. So if we continue in that key and then we get to the bridge into the chorus, right? So you're going to go for the C to D to E minor. You're going to go like this. Say we gotta hold on to what we got. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. Got each other and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, halfway there. Oh, letting on a prayer, take my hand, oh man, I swear. Oh, letting on a prayer. So you can hear there the high points of the chorus. That's kind of, you know, at my limit of my range. So that's why I have to start the verse a nice bit lower. If you don't play any Bon Jovi, you're missing a trick, guys. Get it on your set list. Living on a Prayer, especially, works really, really well to get an audience just singing, belting out the song with you. All right, song number 9 is light, groovy, catchy. People kind of forget that they actually know the words to this song, but they do, trust me. Great for mid-set smiles and sing-alongs. And it is Stuck in the Middle with You. Now, the original key is actually the key that I play this in, which is very convenient for a change. So it starts on D, and then you've got a G7 in there. And then there's A, C, and a D. Now this song is just so fun to play. So let me show you in this key, and then I'll play an alternative key if this is too high for you. So again, strumming wise, we're just kind of going, we're just doing down, up, down, up. But I like to do a bit of palm muting. As you might notice from many of my videos, I like to do that, just adds that extra percussion kind of element. So to slow that down, we're kind of going. Well, don't know why I came here tonight. I gotta feel something right. So scared, guess I fall my chair, and I wonder how I get downstairs. Clouds to the left of me, jokers to right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I wonder what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep a smile on my face, losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clouds to the left of me, jokers to right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Now you started out with nothing, you're proud of chance and maybe friends see Uncle Paul slap you on and say please, please. From my experience, people always love singing along in that bit when you go the please. So I just play the chord open like that and almost let the audience do the singing for you. If that's too high for you, just let the audience do it. They will, trust me. Now, if this key is too high for you, a nice alternative is to bring it down to maybe capo on the 4th fret, start it on a G. This will bring the key down to B. So it's going to be the key of B now instead of the key of D. So if you want to transpose the tab that I've shared, you're going to go +5. So it starts on a G chord. So then it's going to be G, C7, which is a C chord, where you've added the baby finger on the G string, 3rd fret. So G, C7, D, F, and then there's a D minor, which we'll get to, right? So it kind of goes, well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I gotta feel something right. So scared in case I fall my chair, and I wonder how I get downstairs. Clouds to the left of me, jokers to right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Now I'm going to fast forward to the next bit. When you're starting out with nothing, you're round until 7 man. Friends say Uncle Paul slap you on the man, say please. D minor, please. Back to G. Alright, really fun song to play. Definitely recommend you have it and just figure out what key works for you. Alright, song number 10. Now this is one of my favorites. Always starts off really slow but ends with the whole room shouting the chorus. Works well with all audiences. Younger people, older people, in between, doesn't matter. Everybody knows the lyrics in the chorus of this song. And it is What's Up by 4 Non Blondes. Funnily enough, I actually play this in the original key, which is in the key of A major. So A major, we're going to start on the 2nd fret, starting on the G. This is another one of those songs where you have to start it quite low in the verse. if you want to reach the high notes in the chorus. So there's always a kind of a compromise you have to find with certain songs. This is definitely one of them. So we're going to start on the G. We're going to go like this. 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill I for destination. Realized quickly when I knew that I should that the world was made of this brotherhood I'm meant for whatever that means. Well, I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out. It's in my head and I'm feeling a little peculiar. I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, so what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? If this key is too low for you, you can transpose that tab that I've shared, +5, start on a C. 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill I fall. And then the chorus is going to be, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? So entirely up to you. So there you have it, 10 absolutely brilliant songs to have in your set list if you are a solo acoustic performer. These songs they're not technical, right? They're connection songs. If you want to hold a pub or bar crowd, not just play to them, you need tunes like this in your back pocket. They work in tiny corners, massive bars, and anywhere in between. And don't forget, if you want that solo gig confidence checklist, then grab it below this video for free, and I will see you in the next one.